enhancement of the quality of life for persons with motor disability. I want to start with what is quality of life, and I speak about that. When I speak of quality of life, we mean that the degree that which we are living quality lives. We mean the degree that which our lives are excellent, the extent to which our lives are full of meaning, and the intensity of feeling and enjoyment that come from the things we do in life. Um, I want to talk about motor disability. Motor disability is a neurological disorders which impact on one or more areas of development. Is an inaccurate gross motor replace. It is significant delay in the development of gross and fine motor skills, which cannot be remedied by medical interventions. I tell you some examples of motor disability: cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, spina bifida, amputations, or spinal cord injury. Now I have an exercise, and I want you to tell me three things that will make quality life for you. Who can tell me one thing, or why not three things that will make a quality life for you?
Driving.
Yeah.
You should say smoking, or?
Food, for example, cake from Thomas Mann.
Yeah. And another one?
Not being dancing.
Yeah. And now, who can tell me three things that add quality to your life? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And at last, who can tell me three things that make your life a quality life? Oh. Okay. Next. Okay, next. Okay. And now, we suppose that after an accident, you have acquired a motor disability. And how do you think this disability can affect your quality of life? And this disability can change that things that we talked about before.
Depends on the kind of accident, the motor.
We can say that is amputation.
It's difficult. Dancing.
Dancing.
Amputation, leg amputation. We're talking about leg amputation.
Yeah.
Dancing, for instance, or going to the beach. Susie said, I have a friend who's amputated. She loves to go to the beach. No, she doesn't go. She could walk on the sand.
Okay.
Or in the mountains for some time.
Yeah.
It would, in fact, for me, my professional life, if I were to have an amputation or a wheelchair user.
This young man, she uses plastic leg, but in the sand, she can't.
I guess we even can't imagine how much it will affect our life. Well, at least I'm afraid that I couldn't imagine that happened.
No, sometimes I go to house very often in the
Uh,
things that she doesn't.
Sorry. Most of people refuse to go outside, and it's not a good thing, I think. Okay.
Some of them are resilient, though.
Shops.
Some of them are resilient and cope with a disability. Not all of them refuse to go outside.
Yeah.
Some people even have progressive diseases and still they cope with the illness.
Okay. Thank you. Um, and now I want to talk about technology. And technology is a measure help in the quality of life of people with disabilities. Uh, for this step, I interviewed two people with motor disabilities, and they told me that technology helped them to do a lot of things without physical help of the persons, and it helps them to have a higher self-esteem. Esteem. One of them is Gianni, who has as hobby table tennis, and he's on the second place on our city at this sport for person with disability, and also like puzzles and cheese. Um, Another one is Christy, and has as hobby sports walks, and he told me that also socializing face to face is a hobby. Now they told me about technology that Christy told me that I use mobile phone for conversation with other people and Facebook for donations. I'm a social activist, and I also use it for socializing. And Johnny told me that he used mobile phone because it's a necessity, and it gives him advantages like Google Voice that help him to answer or not to answer when he's in traffic without using his hands. Um, he also used Facebook because he can socialize with different people, and he found it news, and it's for free. Um, Now I want to talk about hardware and software, and specialized hardware and software called assistive or adaptive technology allows people with mobility impairments to use computers. Um, Here, Johnny told me that software he used are voice recognition, different software for videos, photos, and translation, and like hardware, he used ergonomic keyboards. Adaptive technology can allow a person with an impaired mobility to use all of the capabilities of a computer. Isolated doorways and buildings in trains must be wheelchair accessible. Um, and now I want to show you a video about wheelchair accessibility. I don't know. Yeah.
I guess the loudspeakers too. Power hooks.
Thank you. Okay.
Hi, my name is Carol McPecken, and I acquired multiple sclerosis 35 years ago. When I come into the hospital, I appreciate that I can reach the hand washing stations at a level that's good for me. And when I go to the waiting areas, it's nice to know that there's no obstacles in the way. And there's an empty space waiting for me so I can back my wheelchair in and feel part of the waiting area rather than parking myself in the middle of it. When I have my caregiver with me and people speak with me, it's nice to know that they talk to me rather than my caregiver. And at my eye level, if you pull up a chair and sit beside me. As well, it's nice to know that there's no obstacles in the way when I'm going down the hallways, and that I'm directed to hallways that are wider than most. When I access the elevators, please ask if I need help to press the buttons. Don't assume that I can press them. And as well, I'm a person first and foremost, not a person with a disability.
Okay, this video shows us how we should treat the people with a disability, motor disability. Now I want to talk about uh, about sitting and position in front of the computer. It is important that keyboards can be positioned at a comfortable height, and monitors can be positioned for easy viewing. Keyboard access. The keyboard can be the biggest obstacle to computing for a person with mobility impairment. I will talk about alternative keyboards that are with feature. They are with features larger or smaller than standard keys or keyboards. Alternative key configuration and keyboard that can be used with one hand. Here I want to show you a large keyboard, a miniature keyboard, a keyboard, and concept keyboards. And this I think is very interesting because used to control the cursor without using hands. The devices include ultrasonic, infrared, eye movement, nudge signals, or movement of the brain. When a person mobility impairment prevents the use of a standard keyboard or mouse, using a switch may be a possibility. Here I talk about swipe of the hands, sip and puff by mouth, head movement, eye blank or touch. And I will show you sip and puff system, who is controlled by person's breathing. Joysticks are manipulated by hand, foot, chin, and used to control the cursor on the screen. And the trackballs are very important and a good first choice. And some trackballs, like Kensington, offer additional buttons that add functionality such as double click and hold, and other commands, and can be programmed to a person's specific needs. Um, and here we have trackballs, and that's it. And I want to thank you also uh, the two person who helped me with the interview, and my teacher Carmen Costa Borluzio for her help. I sorry. Uh, no, they don't have a lower quality of life because use uh, they have hobbies, and are I don't know, are capable um, to do something like walks and sports. Why not? Mm,
I think their quality of life is strongly dependent on the accessibility they have in the environment, right?
yeah.
So it depends. In Romania, if you have a motor disability, that's for sure that you will have a low quality of life because you don't even get to reach the library and see if the information is accessible. So when you ask people with motor disabilities what kind of softwares do they need, they don't need any softwares. They just need accessible stairs and elevators. So maybe it depends on the environment where you have this motor disability.
And I guess maybe it's, I'm afraid to say it, but also a kind of luxury thing in a positive way that it costs some money to make buildings accessible. Well, of course, it's nice to hear and the halls are bigger and you can move better and so on, but it's let's bring it down a matter of money. Well, of course, it's lobbying, but at the end of the day, it's a matter of money.
Well, actually, it's not even always a matter of money. I have a friend that has a partner with a motor disability, and they were able and willing to invest their own money in accessibilizing the building where they were living, and it took them 12 years to be able to get a kind of not a legal project, but some tolerated project to have this ramp for him.
But still, it was their money, so it's also kind of
Yes,
money.
not the state money.
I see it myself because, as you know, we are getting a child and I think about pushchairs, you know, and we also need some kind of accessibility for it. And some streets are well, sorry, not accessible by pushchairs. So, not mentioning a wheelchair, which is much more heavy and so on. And I see it in the tram, if there are pushchairs in the tram is completely stuck. Even there is no place. If somebody comes in with a wheelchair, then what to do?
But here the tram is at the same level as the sidewalk.
That's right.
With it often isn't.
Yeah. I talked with people from Latvia because sometimes, long ago, a couple of times I was in Latvia and I stayed in Jurmala, which is a very nice place, but best accessible by the train. And even for me, you know, luckily I didn't break, I had a broken leg or something like that. But even for me, just with one bag, it's really, really a struggle to go up because you can't imagine the stairs.
How high was the train? Come with me.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I can explain the situation because those trains were, as far as I know, they were this type of trains. They were made for a larger market like Soviet Union. And in Moscow, they made these.
Platforms.
Yeah, it made the platforms like normally high, so you could walk to the inside the train normally. But in Latvia, for some reason, they didn't. So yeah.
It's way more than that.
It's
Oh,
way
yeah.
more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's really annoying.
I had that problem here with my sister's
This building,
now the train.
but there are elevators.
No, but from the platform to the train.
Ah, yeah, you had the, yeah, that's right, you had the old train, yeah, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because the Westbahn, this private railroad company, they have newer trains and they are on the same level as the trams here. But you're right, we had the old trains and they are much higher, exactly. Yeah, but you're, yeah, luckily.
Also, how wide the door is very important because sometimes you can reach the door, but you don't fit in with a wheelchair.
And to come back to mobiles, if you have, well, this is quite easy, but if you have a mobile and you have problems with your hand, how to write on such a keyboard, or even worse than such a keyboard, you know, that's incredible. We exclude a lot of people.
Yes.
What is a keyboard? A keyboard is like a keyboard who help people with motor disability writing something on computers.
Like with larger adapters.
Yeah. What was the idea behind SIP and PUF system? SIP and PUF system help a person with motor disability writing something on computer using using the breathing and yes, that was very fast.
Did I do something?
So, any more questions? Any reflections on today?
Well, first of all, thank you for the presentation. I mean, I was just thinking about, because we talk about mobile devices and a lot of new technology, I was just thinking if we could design a device, I'm just thinking how such a device should look like, which would fit most of the needs. But probably we can't create one device, but it could be a couple of different devices. But it would be interesting just to somehow create the criteria how it has to look like. Yeah, so we finished with the last presentation. I was asked, well, first of all, I didn't say it.